going tonight or they'll start losing patience with it.
So here's Miami's starting group. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero into the shooting guard position. And for Cleveland, the big men on the floor for him, Mobley and Allen. Harden out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Wade in at the three, the small forward. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throwing the fact that both these teams play in the same conference, yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Now here's Harden, and he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Mobley misses. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, you love Adebayo chasing the basketball and running down that offensive board.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back over to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Wiggins finds Hero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Well, Hero does not lack confidence shooting the basketball, particularly from deep.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Mobley. Harden against Mitchell. Now here's Harden. Tight defense on him. The layup missed.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Mitchell with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Mitchell kicks to Powell. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Powell.
Red hot out of the gates. Keep it rolling.
Mobley outside. Three-pointer, Wade. It's good from long range.
Well, not the start they were looking for, but they finally got their first field goal.
Outside, Hero. Adebayo with a screen on Mitchell. Hero, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Evan Mobley. One shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And we'll see Bam Adebayo go to the line here.
At the line for the Heat.
It's on Jared Allen. You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
On the free throw, no good. And the trade of Jimmy Butler. Tim, the Heat's star power took a hit.
Well, one thing is for certain in this league, you need stars to win big. Draft picks, flexibility, those things are great. Even nice young players, but it's only going to take you so far.
Now, Wiggins. James Harden missing on the three. Wiggins passes to Mitchell. Wiggins surveying the floor. Adebayo with a screen on Mobley. Wiggins from outside bangs home the trifecta.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Mitchell outside. Mobley outside. Harden kicks to Mitchell. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Miami leading by 6. Powell outside. No good with the triple. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
The Heat have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Mitchell dishes to Powell. Adebayo with a screen on Wade. It's stolen by Allen. Mitchell against Harden. Mitchell in the corner. From the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
You got to chase Mitchell out of the corner, or he will drain those all night.
Powell outside. From past the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
3-point.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Wade. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Wiggins against Mobley. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Here's Mitchell. Incredible numbers looking at his scoring averages. He's currently scoring more than 28 points a game. Mitchell against Harden. Shot clock at 2. There's the 3. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wiggins, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And a quiet disposition for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, he lets his game do the talking.
Well, Kevin, his teammates love him for that reason. And remember, he was a key cog in Golden State's title in 2022, and the Warriors players and coaches had a difficult time parting with him.
Free throw good, Wiggins. With the season winding down, GA, what's key for a long playoff run, do you think?
Kevin, one thing is health, right? When you look back at past NBA champions, lots of times it's the teams that were able to survive the year without any major injuries.
And Cleveland making a change here. Tyson's checked in. And both free throws good for Wiggins.
Well, you think about Wiggins, there's been no drop-off. This is a guy who won Rookie of the Year over a decade ago, and he is still a highly productive player.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. 3rd is Evan Mobley.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Now Harden, still without a basket. Can they get it? It's Adebayo with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Now, here's Mitchell. Allen at the screen for Mitchell. Fires for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Hackett. Buries it down low.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
And so it's Cleveland with it. The Heat getting the bucket. And here's Harden. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game.
And another miss for him. It's been this way all night, and that is tough for his team to overcome.
Wiggins in the post. Mobley's there. Foul for three. Jared Allen grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 14 to the paint. He is looking for Mobley and finds him. Pass to Tyson. And here is Allen. And he can't stop the run as he misses. There's Hero with the three. That's no good, and now he's missed two and made two. And so Allen will bring it up now for Cleveland. Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Hero. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Allen's shot is off.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Here's Jaquez, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Mitchell sets the screen for Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And as long as Harden's in the building, he has the confidence he can make it.
Wiggins outside. Outside, Hero. Powell kicks to Hero. From downtown, Mobley with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Allen finds Harden. Powell against Mobley. Pass to Tyson. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Ellis comes in for Evan Mobley. And it's Sam Merrill in for Mitchell. The Heat also changing it up. Khalil Ware comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Shaka Jonas in for Tyler Hero. Now, here's Adebayo. He's got 8. Powell for 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Harden. Cleveland moving the ball around. Screen by Allen. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
Shaka Jonas.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Harden outside. Screen by Allen. The tray. Harden can't hit.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. Powell, no one around him. And the 3 off target.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Now here's Allen. Hasn't made one yet. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Defensive foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
And Allen impacts the game on all levels. This kid has what it takes.
Miami leading by 4. Pass to Jonas. 11 feet away, and it's sent back by Allen.
And a moment now to see the stats for Powell. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. Averaging about 18 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists.
And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
Well, he is consistently stringing great performances together, and when he gets cooking, just keep giving him the ball.
Free throw good, Jonas. And so he makes both from the line.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Twitter passes to Allen. Here's Tyson. And Merrill has it in the corner. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Yeah, he was surprised by that. I don't think he knew the pass was for him.
Heat leading by 6. Here's Jonas. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Powell for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Schroeder with the ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. Here's Tyson. Three-pointer. And so it's Miami with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Powell. Then there's Jonas. And it's Larson in at the 3 spot.
And you can see Allen's eyes light up when he saw the opportunity for that alley-oop and finishing it off in style.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Jared Allen has an inquisitive nature. Whether it's cooking, gardening, reading, or basketball, he's a sponge. Allen said, quote, "I love going through life, seeing things and learning about it no matter what it is. It's just trying to improve my skill set in anything and enjoy it." Back to you.
He's got that curiosity. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Jaquez. Here's Larson. 11-point game his last outing. Here's Yaka Jonas. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Yaka Jonas has got 5 points now this quarter. Schroeder outside. It's Allen on the wing. Cleveland moving the ball around. Allen a screen on Hawkins. Back to Allen. There's the steal. Powell with it now, guarded by Schroeder. Hits it from three-point range.
And when it comes to Hawkins, his best trait might be his decision-making out of the wing position.
Here's Schroeder. And Ware pulls it down.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Yaka Jonas. 9 points in the game so far. Just 5 to shoot. 17-foot shot on the way. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Tyson. Allen a screen on Hawkins. Here's Tyson. Hawkins defending. Launches it. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Schroeder.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guy this, but are teams relying too much on the three-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than you. The skill required is just something else.
Consistency is what teams are looking for.
On defense, the Cavaliers, they trail by 6. Miami no good on that time either. Down low. Here's Allen. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And this is where Allen should look to score because he's got the size and length.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hawkins draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball into the heat?
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Miami.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
The free throw dropped for Hawkins.
Yeah, and Hawkins Jr. has made a name for himself because of his effort level. He seems to play hard on every trip up the floor.
Here's Merrill. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And the basket by Wade.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Hawkins outside. Adebayo high post. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And Adebayo will not shy away from the physicality in this game. He actually welcomes the contact on his way to the rim.
Here's Merrill. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And we also need to mention his defense. He had a couple of big-time blocks.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
On the wing, Mitchell. Allen defending. Hawkins with the bucket.
And you can see Hawkins has put a lot of time in working on that catch-and-shoot game.
Powell outside. Pass to Adebayo. Hawkins outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now here's Harden. There's the pick. Here's Tyson. Marquez defending. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harden. Aggressive finish by Harden.
How about the effort from Harden, pushing past the contact inside?
The Heat leading by 10. People have said, Greg, he is a system unto himself. In fact, he said it about himself. James Harden's ability, GA, to break down defenses remains in rarefied air.
And even as he's lost a step now, his supreme skill level ensures he remains a threat on a nightly basis.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Mitchell,
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Heat also with the sub. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Jaime Jaquez. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Allen, a screen on Mitchell. High post Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him is he's a center and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Mitchell finds Adebayo. Now Hero, covered by Mitchell. Shots good by Hero.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 on their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Allen with the screen for Harden. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Now, Hero. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Now, here is Harden after Tyler Hero's miss. Mitchell kicks to Wade. Pass to Harden. Three-pointer. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Hero against Harden. Count that one. Hero's got 9.
Well, he processed that really quickly. No hesitation at all from Hero.
Mitchell outside. Launches a 3. Miami grabs the miss. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
Yeah, these games come down to making big plays in big spots, and they just didn't make enough of those.
Hero, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. 15-point game. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
The Heat making a switch here. Larson's checked in. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-'90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
And Cleveland making a change here. Nance is checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Mitchell outside. Cleveland moving it around. Pass to Nance. Mitchell in the corner. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Hero. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over him.
Now, here's Adebayo. Rebound by Mitchell.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second team foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look now for Cleveland. Jared Allen's checked in for Nance. And it's Mobley in for Sam Merrill. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Heat leading by 11. Powell finds Mitchell. Pass to Wiggins. Now Hero. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Wade's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Holds it up there for Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And went up and pulled it down. Mobley soaring.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Allen, that's good.
You really got to hit Allen if you want to stop him. Just so long and strong from there.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And here are the Cavaliers. Good momentum, 8 straight points. 1:44 left here in the second. For 3, Mitchell. Rebound by Mitchell. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Powell outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Powell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
Wade outside. 1:10 left in the first half of basketball. Harden can't hit. Last game for Cleveland, they picked up the win against Chicago.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
Hero, no good.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive, driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Pass to Mitchell. Right wing, fires from deep. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. 29 seconds left to play here in the half. Mitchell passes to Powell. Back to Mitchell. Powell with a screen on Harden. Mitchell's shot is good. And the Heat lead by 12.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
Wade outside from past the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
Once you're in your shooting motion, it's tough to shift gears like that. But he found a teammate for an open.
He's been the guy making things happen for the Heat. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And, Coach, what, if anything, do you think your team could improve on?
Well, the fact that, we had some open shots, so we missed them. We just have to stay the course. We're expecting a big burst from them in this building. We got to be stable all the way through.
You hope they start to fall. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Glad you're joining us for halftime. And fellas, how about Bam Adebayo getting it done to start the game?
He's feeling it, exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to seal those gaps because he's making it look too easy.
All right, guys, time to see what the fans are saying on social media. And here's a good one. Gerald Hops inquires, what would happen if the league got rid of the three-point line?
I actually love that idea. Get rid of those little guys running around on the outside. Earn your living in the paint.
Yeah, nope. Let's not go back to the olden days. No, thank you.
Well, the league is always looking for ways to improve and evolve, but I agree. I don't see that one happening anytime soon. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Norman Powell really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Here's Mitchell. The rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Harden, and it's Wade in at the threesome. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Hero finds Adebayo. The jump hook. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Adebayo's got 12.
Well, he's been aggressive from the start, and as a result, it's all come together tonight for Bam offensively.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And we've got a moment now to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Jarrett Allen.
And the rebounding contributions have been on the uptick over the last few months. He's definitely appeared to have made a concerted effort to really impact the game more and more with his work on the backboard.
Hero kicks to Powell. Wiggins dishes to Powell. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
One shot.
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
Wade outside. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Easy money, James Harden.
Oh, the rare catch and shoot from Harden, showing it's still in his bag.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Powell. Takes the three. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Hero. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. Mitchell outside. Wade feeling it out a bit. The three-pointer off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Adebayo with the screen on Wade. The shot by Powell, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Mitchell kicks to Harden. Allen with the screen for Harden. Lets it go with the three. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Wade against Powell. And that one drops. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Harden. Putting up about 24 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
That's right. There's no question he's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. For three, Mitchell dials it up from distance.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Adebayo. Mitchell kicks to Hero. Back to Mitchell. Adebayo with the screen on Harden. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Cavaliers with the rebound. Allen's got 8 rebounds in this game. Wade outside. Now Harden, 11 points in the game. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Adebayo with the ball. He's picked up by Mobley. Powell for 3. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Mitchell wide open. Again, Mitchell missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Right side Hero. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here is Mitchell. He's got 6. Fires away from way outside. Again, Mitchell missing.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Cavaliers trying to make the most of their championship window. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, quote, "What I've learned is that this isn't forever. We're not invincible. You have to appreciate this because it doesn't come around too often. Not every locker room is like this." Kevin, back to you.
Connected and driven. Allie, we appreciate the report. Launches it. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
Now here's Powell. 17 points in the game. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Powell's got 20.
4 threes in the first half, and now another here in the second. He is feeling it.
Pass to Allen. Al Harden. 5 to shoot. Harden finishing inside.
Great job by Harden, recognizing the clock ticking down and getting that one off in time.
Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Powell. Now, Wiggins. To the inside, Adebayo. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Harden. He's got 13. And here is Mitchell. Mobley the pass to Allen. Pass to Mitchell. Fires the 3. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Outside, Hero. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Wiggins from outside. And again, it's Miami with a 3.
3 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Allen outside. Pass to Harden. Shoots the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Wiggins finds Adebayo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Adebayo's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Wade outside. Harden outside. Looking to end the run, and it goes down 2 points. Harden's got 15 points.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Powell inside. Wade is covering. Adebayo with a screen on Harden. The shot by Mitchell, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 18. The kick out to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Pass to Allen. Harden against Mitchell. With the teardrop. Takes a 3. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Harden. Mitchell's got 9 points now in just the second half. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
Yeah, it gives you a chance right here to reset. Get everybody back on the same page so you can execute.
And Cleveland making a change here. Tyson's checked in. Heat also with the sub. Marquez is checked in. Adebayo with the ball. 16 points for him.
And normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
Allen passes to Harden. Back to Allen. Mitchell outside. 4 on the shot clock. And Allen slams it in.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Adebayo kicks to Powell. to Adebayo. Miami needs to get a shot off. And again, it's the Heat missing. And it's Harden with the ball for Cleveland. Trailing by 13. Offline with his three. And Miami shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Wiggins with the bounce pass. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. From the top of the key, he buries it. Wiggins has got 10 points in the game.
A welcome sign for sure. When Wiggins is connecting with the J, his offense becomes lethal.
Pass to Mobley. Allen outside. Mitchell up top. Harden outside. That three off the mark. The Heat leading by 15. It's Powell on the wing. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. From outside, off the mark. Now Cleveland shooting the ball at 42%. Oh, Mitchell, so good inside.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Heat shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Wiggins outside. It's Powell on the wing. Hawkins outside. Fires for three. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
When Hawkins is hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
Mitchell kicks to Harden. Wiggins against Mobley. Pass to Mitchell. From outside the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Wiggins outside. Fires the three. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Tyson. Harden outside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Shoots over Powell. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat out front, up by 16. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. They've got Mitchell. Bam Adebayo is out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Jaime Hawkins. And it's Larson in at the 2. Here's Tyson. Hawkins defending. Clock is at 3. The shot no good. Tyson. The Heat leading by 16. Hawkins the pass to Mitchell. Now here's Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Hawkins. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
The oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Keon Ellis, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
All the way up. The beard, well, those were 2 loud points.
Here's Mitchell. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Larson. Off target from 3-point range. Kicks it out to Ellis. Harden scanning the floor. Off target from outside.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Adebayo finds Ware. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And it's Mitchell missing.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Harden outside. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Harden's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, 3 triples already for him. That's his second of the quarter. This could be a huge night for him.
Opens it up for Adebayo. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just beautiful teamwork right there. Adebayo with perfect timing on that jump.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Davion Mitchell.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the tip.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
Free throw good, James Harden.
Nearly impossible trying to guard Harden. He has it all. One of the best penetrators in our game.
Here's Larson. He's defended by Merrill.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Tyson. And Wade now top of the key. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Ware kicks to Mitchell. Heat moving the ball around. Jaquez with a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Inside. Wade passes to Merrill. Here's Tyson. Wade, a screen on Mitchell. Out to Wade. The three. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Heat leading by 12. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Jaquez outside. Adebayo with a screen for Jaquez. Pass to Ware. Here's Adebayo. Wade is covering. Nails the baby hook. Adebayo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Harden against Mitchell. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Ware passes to Jaquez. Now Adebayo. Fades and shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Harden outside. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Mitchell right side. From deep. Rebounded by Ellis.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Another miss by Harden.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Adebayo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adebayo's got 22.
Adebayo's teammates encourage him to be aggressive down there. He's a very intelligent low post scorer.
Merrill with the ball. Here's Tyson. Just 5 on the clock. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Jared Allen's checked in for Dean Wade. Mobley comes in for Keon Ellis. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Sam Merrill. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for James Harden. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Thank you, Allie. Wiggins, right side. Connects from three-point range.
And you can see where he's made the adjustments. This half has been much better.
And here is Mitchell. Pass to Schroeder for the three. Miami grabs the miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Wiggins outside. The 19-foot shot. That's short off the rim.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Here's Schroeder. Misses the three. Miami leading by 16. Ware passes to Jaquez. Wiggins against Mobley. Here's the screen. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Here's Mitchell. Good, nice job down low.
In a volume score, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Wiggins, left side. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Jaquez. Miami no good on that time either. The Cavaliers trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Mobley. Lays it up and banks it in. That's 7 points for Evan Mobley.
And at just under 7 feet, you really have to pull out all the stops on Mobley inside.
Jaquez outside. Shot from the wing. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Tyson. And here's Schroeder. This one for 3. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. On the wing, Jaquez. Powell kicks to Wiggins. Now, Hero. A three-pointer, no good. Down low. Here's Allen. That's tipped. Now, Ware. Jaquez outside. Now, Hero. Pass to Ware. There's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ware's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
You know, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Here's Hero. Takes the 13-footer, and down it goes.
Yeah, Tyler Hero always under control in the mid-range area of the floor.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Bam Adebayo.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that, coming off a bunch of losses in a row. They turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. Here's Wade. Allen outside. Mitchell against Hero. Allen. Oh, and he cannot get the layup.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Mitchell against Hero. Powell outside. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
First team foul. Shooting for Miami, Norman Powell. 3 shots.
Three shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And, Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harden outside. Pass to Wade. Will it go?
2 minutes remaining.
The rebound by Tyler Hero. Miami leading by 20. Wiggins outside. Hero the bounce pass. Here's Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hero no good.
It's just not his night from the 3. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
Here's Mobley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And to me, Evan Mobley seems like a fast learner. He adapted to the league play pretty seamlessly and is always looking for little ways to improve.
Free throw good, Mobley. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. And both free throws good for Mobley.
And when you talk about Evan Mobley, you start with his defense. One of the best in the NBA at using that frame, reading the game, and making an impact on that end.
Here's Jonas. He's guarded by Schroeder. That shot no good. The Cavaliers trail by 18.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance
for Miami.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, and when he's dominant on the glass, his team benefits in so many ways. He took a lot of pressure off of his teammates tonight.
Now Mobley. Fires the three. And it misses. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony,